Big salute, big salute, big salute, big salute. Yeah, we back, and we jumping straight into it. You know I love y'all, man. Don't do that. Don't do that. You know I love. I'm gonna tell you every time, cause you know I love you. I love you. Don't nobody else love you, and y'all know who I'm talking about too. Love y'all, man. Chapter 58, the motherplane. Ooh. The motherplane was made to destroy this world of evil and to show the wisdom and mighty power of the God who came to destroy an old world and set up a new one. The nature of the new world is righteousness. The nature of the new world cannot be righteousness as long as unrighteousness is in its midst. The same type of plane was used by the original God to put mountains on his planets. Allah God, who came in the person of Master Farah Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever, is wiser than any God before him, as the Bible and the Holy Quran teaches us. He taught me that this plane will be used to raise mountains on this planet, Earth. The mountains that he will put on this earth will not be very high. He will raise these mountains to a height of 1 mile over the United States of America. This reminds us of the prophet's prediction of this time of the destruction of the old world and the bringing in of a new world. Behold, the Lord maketh the earth empty, and maketh it waste, and turneth it upside down, and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. Bible, I'm assuming Isaiah. That's IS chapter 24, verse 1. There are planes in various nations today, but this is the mother of them all. Why? Because this type of plane was used before the making of this world. Why should God make such a sign of his power to destroy a nation? Because this is the final destruction of that people who have opposed God in his purpose and aims for justice and righteousness. The white race is not a people who were made righteous and then turned to unrighteousness. They were made unrighteous by the God who made them, Mr. Yaqub, aka Yahweh. Please forgive me, my Hebrew Israelites. Don't get mad at me. Allah God, who came in the person of Master Farah Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever, taught me that this plane is capable of reaching a height of 40 miles above the earth. His words could have been a sign meaning 40 years in which the plane will go into action and not referring actually to 40 miles. Okay. So he let y'all know right there he could have been wrong, but it mean one of them two things, either 40 years or 40 miles. Allah God does not speak one word that does not have meaning. Every word that he speaks has meaning. The mother plane, according to what has been described of it by the devil scientists, is capable of not only staying up for long periods of time, but it is also capable of eluding the scientists. They want to attack and destroy it, but if a plane did get close enough to attempt to carry out this purpose, it would be destroyed instead. The white man has learned that this is not a plane to be played with. Planes come out of the mother plane. In the 1930s, Canadian newspapers reported that they saw the wheel, mother plane. It came down out of the sky. They admitted that it looked like a great city and that something came down from it. It appeared to be a tube, but the tube-like thing went back up again. I believe that. Allah God, who came in the person of Master Farah Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever, taught me that after 6 months to a year, The mother plane comes into the gravity of the earth. It takes on oxygen and hydrogen in order to permit it to stay out of the earth's gravity until it needs refueling again. Ezekiel's prophecy of the wheel. Ezekiel's prophecy of the wheel. Ezekiel saw the mother plane in a vision. According to the Bible, he looked up and saw this plane, Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 16, and he called it a wheel because it was made like a wheel. A plane that is wheel-shaped can turn in any direction at any time. He admitted that the plane was so high that it looked dreadful, and he cried out, "Oh, wheel, oh, wheel." Ezekiel chapter 10, verse 13. Ezekiel saw great work going on in the wheel and 4 living creatures, and their work was as it were a wheel in the middle of a wheel. Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 16. And when the living creatures went, the wheel went with them. And when the living creatures were lifted up from the earth, the wheels were lifted up. That means it was more than one. Ezekiel chapter 1, verse 19. The power of the lifting up of the 4 creatures was in the wheel. The 4 creatures represented the 4 colors of the original people of the earth. There are 5 great powers of the nations of the earth. These 5 powers are the black, brown, yellow, red, and white. Of the 4 original powers, the red is not an equal power. The vision shows the 4 creatures being lifted up from the earth. When the wheel was lifted up, they were lifted up, and when the wheel stood, they stood. This means that they waited upon the movement of the wheel. In Ezekiel's vision concerning the wheel, he said that he heard the voice of one tell the other to take coals of fire and to scatter it over the cities. This means bombs. It could mean fire too. However, the plan is to drop bombs which would automatically be timed to burrow quickly to a position of 1 mile below the surface of the earth, where they are timed to explode. Allah God taught me that these bombs are not to be dropped into water. These bombs are not to be dropped into water. They are to be dropped only on the cities. It will be the work of the wheel. The wheel is the power of the 4 creatures, namely the 4 colors of the black man: black, brown, yellow, and red. The red Indian is to benefit also from the judgment of the world. We must remember that God comes to separate from the righteous that which is hindering the righteous from making progress, and to destroy the effect of the poison of that which has opposed the righteous. The effect of the poison will be fully destroyed after the destruction of the source of the poison, which has poisoned the righteous. Ooh, sound like he spit. This whole book sound like he just kicking game. Like, look, just this, look, boop, 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 boop. Man, it is like one being bitten by a rattlesnake. Quickly, medication is administered in order to minimize the effects of the poison upon the flesh and blood until a complete cure is effected, and the patient recuperates and is well again. It is useless to try to ignore Ezekiel's vision of the wheel, for the make and the destructive work of the wheel was foretold before it comes to pass. Prophetic prophecy. The disbeliever believes that which he sees present is not that which is prophesied to come. That is why he is the loser and takes the course to hell, because he disbelieves in that which is prophesied to come about a particular day. This is what the enemy is trying to do today with the black man. He is fascinating him with sport and play and indecency and the doing of evil to keep him from going to the God who is present. Yeah, he present. You never thought the day would come when you would see your wife, mother, an old gray-haired woman walking down the street today, half nude. City girls. A few years ago, they would not have dared to come out into the public like that. But now they do so because the devil has put his approval on this kind of attire. The desire to please the devil. They do whatever the devil bids them to do. The devil desires to take the black man with him to his doom. Let us not classify the prophets as liars and ignore their prophecies, for we may cause our self-destruction through belief in the devil instead of belief in the God of righteousness. This is no known equal of the mother plane. This is the reason why she called the mother plane. The mother plane is made for the purpose of destroying the present world. She has no equal. Do not marvel at the make of this plane, since it is from the God who made the universe of floating planets and stars, which are supported only by the power of Allah in their rotation in their orbits. Allah God, who came in the person of Master Farah Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever, taught me that the mother plane is a little human-made planet. It is not simple for Allah God to make a new planet if he wants to. The mother plane is capable of staying out of the Earth's gravity for a whole year. She is capable of producing her own sphere of oxygen and hydrogen as any other planet is able to do. The mother plane carries the same type of bomb on her that our black scientists dropped on the planet Earth to bring our mountains out of the Earth after the planet Earth was created. The knowledge of how to do this has not been given to the world, white race, nor will they ever get this kind of knowledge. The knowledge of the world is limited. If the devil would get this type of knowledge, we could just say that we are goners. Yeah, because they gonna sure use it. However, they are not able to attain this type of knowledge. What does a 6-day-old baby, white race, look like? Trying to compete with a 6-year-old child, black nation. For the 6-year-old child can run all out in the yard and play. He can eat solid food. The power of the 6-day-old baby is limited. The knowledge and power of this world's life, white race, is limited. The world of the white man was made from what he found and what he has seen and learned from the work of the original black man. The white race is far from being able to equal the power and wisdom of the original black man. The mother plane and her work is a display of the power of the mightiest God, Master Farah Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever. Master Farah Muhammad, to whom praises are due forever, is the wisest and best knower. He is the mightiest of them all. Oh, Will, says the prophet Ezekiel, she was so high up in the sky that she looked dreadful. She is capable of staying away from you who planned the destruction of her. She is capable of confusing you who would try to reach her with your means of destruction. There are scientists on the mother plane who know what you are thinking about before the thought materializes. Holy Quran, chapter 50, verse 16. Therefore, it is impossible to try to attack the mother plane. She can attack you, but you cannot attack her. The mother plane can hide behind other stars and make herself invisible to the eye because she does not have to wait on a power from the earth. She could produce her own power to go wherever she desires to go in space. The mother plane is not like your little bullets or cameras, which are powered by your limited power. The Bible prophesies that today Allah God wishes to make known to us that He is God. He wishes to be respected as a superior God. He wishes all life in the universe to know that He is the greatest. The Muslim recognizes Allah God to be the greatest. He always repeats, "Thou art the greatest. There is no God like unto thee. None deserves to be served or worshipped besides thee." O mighty will, I repeat that there is plenty of significance to the make of the mother plane. There is much significance to the course of operation of her work. Space here is the book. Space here in this book is limited, but what Allah God taught me concerning the mother plane could be put into book form. I believe it. O will, made to rock the earth and to heave up mountains upon the earth. O will, destroyer of nations. No wonder the prophet Isaiah prophesied that the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. Bible, Isaiah chapter 24, verse 20. Let us seek refuge in Allah God from the destructive work to come from his mother planes. Let's just hope we have a seat on one. Oh, we got a lot of work to do to get there, baby. We got a lot of work to do. Yeah, but big salute, big salute, big salute. Love y'all, man. Remember, use your big stick while speaking gently. I hope you got the message. Aye.